Welcome back to the Ascendant lands. Last time you guys came across a tribal village on the road between Broaden City and Tom Village. Upon entering, you've met most of the large amounts of the lovely tribespeople there. Cassiel, the chieftain of the tribe, and you had an in-depth conversation with Bellinor, the shaman of the tribe, who was a former member of the Broken Jaw gang. While he was able to give you some details, probably not enough for you guys. You're still thirsting for more. And as payment for food and information, Cassiel has asked you to perform some errands around the tribe, and as a final payment for your help and just general kindness, there's another member that she'll allow you to talk to. So the tasks in question are so there's woodcutting or log retrieval, there's fishing, as prepping the smokehouse with fish or meat, prepping the other meals of the day. There's some weapon maintenance or tool maintenance that needs to be done. We had Talari's voice wanting to do prepping the other meals. Krusk wants to do woodcutting. Thoradin potentially wants to do some other woodcutting. And Turi says that wants to do some weapon maintenance. Nadia, what would you like to do? And is everything else you guys happy to continue to do what that is? What you already indicated wanting to do.
Yep.
Happy to do something like the fishing. She enjoys that kind of thing.
Okay. Cassie will take you to each of the places. So Krusk and Thoradin, essentially you go out with a bunch of the other woodcutters of the tribe, and they give you each an axe, and this is the bunch of trees that they need cutting down, so cutting, trimming, and then chopping or dragging to closer to the tribe, to the village, like they are in the corner here, and then some will need to be chopped down for firewood for the dinner tonight. The Turygurtha, you're taken to this shack, and there is just rows upon rows of weapons. So there's arrows, there's bows, there's swords, shields, axes. There's no crossbows. There's longbows, axes, some fishing rods, other like bits and pieces that the tribe uses day in day out and uses to practice with. They give you whetstone and some other general tools, and there's a few kids and a few other of the elderly members in there, so who know how to. They've been doing this for a while, and you have to get a good shine, so you're able to work with them. Taken to the stores over here, and just peeling potatoes and making grinding up flour for the meals. And Nadia, you're taken to the pier. Do you want to go on the boats while they go all the fishing with the nets, or do you prefer to be on the pier with a fishing rod?
She's easy.
Easy.
Yeah, whatever other people prefer. I figure she's probably relatively decent at either, really.
I think they'll give you a fishing rod and some lures for the fish. For most of you, it's been quite a calm day. It's quite nice actually, taking a break from the hard traveling on the road. You no longer have to buffeting yourself on your seats, in the seat or a rough bum on the carriage. It's just a bit nice just to stretch your legs and be in relative calm. It's not the general hustle and bustle you get of a city. It's a bit more peaceful, do you guess? So for Krusk and Thoradin. So you guys want to make this bit of a competition, or are you happy to be real cordial about it?
No, Thoradin straight away. Well, I nudge Krusk and say, "Oh yeah." No, he'll put gold on the line for this. So whoever can.
Oh, wow.
What should we say? First to 15 cuts. I don't know how to describe it.
So
are we chopping down trees or chopping up wood?
So this will be a three-phase challenge.
Oh my god.
For you all. So the first challenge is.
Matt's got this all planned out.
The first phase is who can chop down the most trees, and that'll be a athletics contested check from you both. The second one is challenges who can clean the trees the best, or like declutter them off twigs and leaves and such, and that's going to be a sleight of hand competition.
Not my strong suit.
And then the last one is another athletic competition for who can again chop the logs down to the most. Now, if you use the axe, it's normal, but if you're going to use your hands, that's going to be disadvantage.
Well, I'm not sure how he can actually do it with his hands. Maybe they're cleaning, but
You can't chop a tree down with your hand.
no, you can't. Yeah, you can't. Well, there's no way.
I mean, it's up to you, but
because there's gold on the line, like he would normally just show off with his hands and like rip up wood, but then
You could like split the logs with your hands, maybe.
Yeah. You know, when you're in the third phase.
yeah, so I could do the third phase with my hands.
But that would still be disadvantage.
I don't think he's gonna risk it because there's gold on the line.
Depends if he's ahead or not. You know.
Yeah, I'm guessing we're doing like whoever wins 2 wins, right?
Well, that's up to you guys to decide. But that's the that's the 3 stages you've got. So it's up to you guys to do your bet.
All right,
and how
should we
you
say
your bet.
10 gold to the winner? Whoever's the quickest in 2.
Krusk will kind of like flex his bicep and say, 10 gold, Thoradin. I thought you were confident.
Ooh, shots fired.
Bang! He doubles it 20. Let's go, boy. Let's go, Krusk. I want to see your might.
Thoradin is so easily baited.
So easy.
Krusk is going to do an eyebrow raise. And then he's going to put down 100 gold.
Wow. You're a sorcerer.
I gotta think about how much gold I have.
Oh my god.
So I'm using a lot of my on-me stash.
I've only got 80.
Is that including Turis?
Yeah, well, he'll bet on Turis because Turi doesn't need it.
He's fine.
Yeah, she has just given you her money, so.
Yeah. 80 then?
Yep.
That's
No
his whole
feelings, Thoradin.
Oh no, it's game time. He puts his game face on.
Okay, Krusk is gonna take off like his breastplate and just kind of like put it down and just like, you know, get into get into it.
Start to
Give
stretch
yourself as much flexibility.
Yep.
The
Flex
ball
off.
bursting. Isn't it cute?
I've got to use my sword because I don't have an axe. Oh wait, did they give me an axe?
Okay. You are provided the materials you need.
Okay, cool. He'll do a little twirl with the axe.
Yeah, he'll
There's a
just
bit of
like start
I know
swinging
what
around.
you mean, but the idea of Krusk fucking
Yeah.
pirouetting with this axe is amazing.
On the athletics because my sleight of hand is not good at all.
Yeah, so this is there's a bit of a crowd forming because like you put down some real hard coin on for this.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of a crowd. Like so some of the onlookers are just like taking a step back and just like going, "Oh, this is going to be fun." Watching the outsiders getting a bit of a challenge. Maybe they'll do most of the work for us. Who knows? So stage 1. So can you both roll athletics challenge for me, please?
I could cheat here and just rage.
If you start
could.
radio, I might have to start.
Yeah, you're cheating as well, yeah.
You could.
Yeah.
There's nothing
No,
stopping
no,
you. That was not a part of your.
Not
never
for the
part of your
first
agreement.
round, because third round is athletics.
I'll see
again,
how
so
well I
we
roll.
could-
Have you rolled? I haven't clicked my one yet.
Oh god, no, yeah, I won this one.
You won?
No, I definitely haven't.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm gonna click it. I rolled pretty well.
What'd you get?
I got 22.
Oh, 12.
Oh no.
Damn.
So from a boldness, Krusk just absolutely somehow for some reason you think Krusk might have a sharper axe perhaps, so that he's able just to smash Thoradin out of the park. Maybe Thoradin was a bit too much on the liquor last night, and maybe a bit too much for breakfast. That's who knows.
Thoradin's gonna hurl his axe at a tree and say, "Give me another axe. A good one this time. He'll just shout to some peasant. Come on.
They're like, sure, Ian, why not? They're all the same.
He'll spit on this one. Just like rub it in.
Is gonna go over and take Thoradin's one that he discarded.
Oh no.
What? Okay. That's a weird strategy, but okay.
It's not the tools Thoradin, it's the man behind them. He'll twirl the axe.
I swear, if you win, it's game if you win this, but
My dex is not good unless I just roll well.
And so now it's the that you've, with the help of the workers, you've able to manage to get the logs closer to the tribe, to the village, and it's time to clean up the logs. So can you please have a sleight of hand challenge, with me, please?
Okay.
okay. That's
Okay.
not too bad. Mm.
Do you want to go
What's yours?
first? 12.
Unnatural 20.
I was always going to lose that. I have +0 to sleight of hand.
I got +3.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
from a fit of rage almost, Thoradin just like whips, like you're trying to like wick a bit of hair or something off your arm. It's just like nothing. Just the trees are spotless practically for Thoradin, and they're still like the woodcutters are like, miss a spot there, Krusk. Miss another spot there, Krusk. I mean, and miss another spot. Like not quite as efficient as you were with the log, chopping down the trees. But no, they take a bunch of the kindling in, ready to dry out, and as a start of the fire later on in the evening. And now they're positioning some logs around, and the final challenge all comes down to this: who will win? It's an athletics challenge again. Who can cut down the logs the fastest?
Cut the logs the fastest.
Actually, okay. So I think I am gonna rage, but I'm gonna do it with my hands, so there's no advantage.
Okay.
Would that cancel out? Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's
they
gonna
cancel out.
rage. He's like,
You still get +2, right?
no,
That's
melee
the damage. That's the damage.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
damage.
okay.
Yeah. So there's no. It's all fair.
It's only melee.
He's just. He's kind of raging for the effect. Cross, you won't. You won't beat me.
Wasn't the storm aura that glows, the lightning?
Yeah.
You get a bit of lightning crackle around you,
Mm.
pointing to your hands.
We
Alright.
have to cleanly cut the logs, don't we?
Well, he's a log prepping for a fire, so you have to just
Just cut
chop.
roughly
You
in half.
get the whole log
Roughly
and then you cut it
split
down.
Yeah.
them out.
Okay.
It's normally like a cylinder that you like cut down.
Yeah, it's the classic chop.
yeah.
chopping
Chopping
thing.
it
you see.
into like wedges.
Yeah,
I was,
yeah.
just, I was just thinking, can I help myself with something?
So yeah, so
I
you
don't-
It's not cheating.
take the whole log, you chop it into like thirds, and then chopping it down in the middle. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, unless you've got
It's going to come down to the
spells.
roll. I haven't got anything. It's going to come down to the roll.
Yeah.
So can I please have the
Athletics.
athletics check, please?
I had lucky.
Yes. Oh yes. He's won. He's won.
You got
There's
that
nothing you
20?
can roll. Nat 20, baby.
Oh my god. Oh, hang on. I need to. Is there a way to?
That was
Unless you're getting that 20 as well.
Stalemate.
Unless you're getting that 20 as well, you got no chance.
Nice.
Nat 20.
I don't have any spells that can help
Got nut in there.
to do something to Thoradin, which he's not going to do. All right.
Wait, what?
There's another nat 20. Don't tell me.
No, bullshit. No, bullshit.
I'm joking. Look at
Bullshit.
this.
No, proof. I need proof, man.
Yeah, I've just print screened the entire screen. You can see.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god,
God.
that's
Okay.
Come
insane.
on.
Well, I get
What-
27. I get 27.
Your
so I get
third is
plus 7.
27.
So I mean,
You both getting that 20. That's insane.
yeah, I
No.
technically beat 27.
Those nat 20s are wasted. We needed those for
I know.
something
yeah.
else.
I know.
This is everything.
Ow, dice.
This is.
There's so
Oh
much
my
pride on the
god.
line here.
Wow.
So this is like This is pretty much this is spread the whole word of the whole tribe of like they've been at it all day. Like this is it, and like practically the whole tribe's going on. Thoradin barrel chested, just like crackling line, just full on like karate chopping each log down, and Krusk is trying to keeping up, just head down, barreling, both sweating buckets. Like you're very lucky, Krusk. Your axe almost slipped out your hand, but you like iron grip, trying not to lose that money to the Thoradin. But at the last twig, practically the last twig is like when the woodcutters are coming around, they just get it's like somehow, even though Thoradin was using his hands, the cuts are just that more cleaner. Just that's how far it's coming down to. It's just like you practically finish in a dead heat, but like if they're looking at the logs, they're like him. We like that lightning effect. That lightning effect really just cuts it. Just the extra bit of specials, that extra bit of pizzazz.
Presentation is everything.
That's it.
Just push your
Sorry,
story
the
over
idea
there.
of Krusk and Thoradin on something like the Great British Bake Off.
No.
It's too good.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Wow.
I have baked today a tray of brownies, as you can see.
Yeah, yeah.
Beautiful presentation.
Cut them with my bare hands.
Cut them with my bare hand, lightning effect across.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I just can't believe we both got an at 20. Hang on, the
That's-
chance
Yeah, that's
one in
insane.
1 in 400, right?
Yeah, 1 in 400. Yeah.
Both of
Yeah.
us.
Oh, that's crazy.
The same roll.
Yeah.
The after the judgment and stuff is over. I think Krusk, he can take pride in the that it was very close. Lost on style at the end.
Oh
But
man.
he'll give Thoradin his 80 gold, and he'll say, "Well done, Thoradin. You deserve this."
I will take it. But I gotta say, you put up a good fight there, Krusk. I've never had
Maybe
a
it was
challenger.
the axe.
Yeah. Maybe it was. I just had to go old school with my hands, barehanded.
Wow. Nuts.
But no,
Definitely
you put
some
up a good...
bragging rights for Thoradin there.
Mm.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, very
Cheated
impressive.
without doing something bad to Thoradin. So I just kept it legit in the end.
Wow.
So, yep,
In your mug.
so as the day starts going to the evening, you all wrap up on your evening's duties or your day's duties, and so like you've been able to help out for them. Just give them an extra hint of some like the classic civilized spice, a little bit of salt here, a little bit extra flavor there, just like opening their mind of what civilized society flavor can bring them. That's just like they've done their way for about the best part of 100 or so years, but well, maybe thousands, who knows? Been handed down from generation to generation, but given a few new ideas to think of, and it comes out, and it's definitely a blend of civilized and tribal society food. So maybe you got a bit more like finger food, as well as a big old bowl, a roasted spit of some animal kind, something like a deer, as you go at dinner. And it's very nice food. Having a good time. Everyone's Belenor's having a story of the very first savage hand of Shamash, the Dragonborn, Blue Dragonborn, savagest of hands.
He had very savage hands.
Mm-hmm.
Tales of exploding people with his feet and his hands, tearing out hearts, and somewhat graphic for kids, but they're enjoying it. They're enjoying the show, having a good time from all. Once Belenor's finished, him and Cassiel come over to you with a half-orc woman. She too bears the mark of a broken jaw, as they have before you. And now, or evening time for you all.
Nice.
And yep, she comes over to you. She goes, and she goes, "I'm Sharok. They say you have questions about the Broken Jaw Gang."
Maybe just like a few.
Yes, we wanted to know. Well, what do we want to know? We're not interested in their base anymore, are we? We heard that some individual turned up and changed everything. Do you know who this individual was?
I met him.
Got a name?
Oh, he had a name. Yeah, for sure. It's a Sharok, by the way.
Oh, okay. Or some random
right there.
giant
Yeah.
just walked into the...
Yeah, no, a Sharok. Screamed him.
You are very
Yep.
tall.
Well, it's the genes, you know.
do not remember his name then?
I certainly remember. Yeah.
If you don't want to say, just say that you don't want to say. Because
Well,
I'm kind of getting the impression that you don't want to talk about it.
well, I would love to talk about it, but you know.
Are you under some kind of spell that doesn't allow you to say anything? Because I have a feeling we had this situation when we were talking to the other ones.
There's you can certainly phrase it like that. Yes, perhaps.
I see. So that's why they're allowed to leave.
Are we all there? Sorry, is this at the end of the day?
Yeah. Yeah, this is after food. You're
No.
all there.
Can I roll Arcana? See if there's some kind of compulsion or something on him?
But yes,
Oh, sorry. Yep.
certainly can.
Arcana. 7.
So there's nothing that they're saying feels like they're avoiding magic, or something that's forcing their mouth out. They're going to say one thing and their magic says something otherwise. But
Was there something cast on you for this to happen, or is this just, brainwashing?
you would assume the former would be the most practical.
Yes.
I
It's quite high level, isn't it?
I was gonna cast Dispel Magic on him. Sorry.
That might not work.
Might not,
Okay.
but it's worth a try.
Roll this.
Always give it a shot.
It's gotta be the same
it
slot.
works.
Yes, it won't work.
Although-
will it?
Well, no,
Right,
you
so it's
no
not
anything. So it does level 3 or lower. It's instant.
Mm.
4 or higher has a check,
Okay, so maybe.
and the check increases for every level of the spell.
Talari, if you're going to try and like decurse them or whatever, is there likely to be some kind of kickback on that? Is someone likely to know their spell's been broken?
I don't know. I just figured it was the best thing to do.
But yeah, it might be worth a shot, but if it's going to be potentially dangerous, we should probably think about that.
I suppose in theory, it's only really going to be dangerous for her, not us.
The only spot I know is Gias, which
Think
would do
about you,
this.
silly ass!
And Gias
I mean,
wouldn't
we'll
cause
get our
any
answers.
harm to them.
Right.
Well, we're trying to help the woman.
I think
Yes.
the only
You're
thing we
trying
have
to
to...
help the woman, that's fine. But if you think it might be dangerous for her, perhaps you should, say that and ask.
I don't think it's dangerous.
No,
Is it going to be
'Cause nothing-
dangerous if I stop this spell on you?
they already know they're here. That's
I
not-
don't know.
I don't think it's, I don't
I'm not
think it's
magic.
dangerous. Well, I'm assuming that I'm going off the assumption that it's something like Gias, because that
It's
doesn't.
probably, yeah.
Because trying to dispel it isn't dangerous.
And if to do permanently,
these are
Gias is the only thing that's going to do it.
questions.
The only thing I can think is Gias. This person could have left ages ago, right?
I suppose that all she could do is roll Arcana on to see if her knowledge of magic will know that if you put a mind control spell on somebody, if there's a feedback loop of them knowing that they've cancelled it in some way. I don't really know.
You two are the Arcanists here, I trust you.
I'm trying to think of a generic checks you could do because you're not going to know. I guess.
Make an intelligence check
Okay.
for your. So it's fair enough you guys can guess gas, but make an intelligence check if you actually know this is most likely to be gas or not.
Okay.
And if so, we can discuss the
Okay.
implications of what gas would be like from your own knowledge.
Getting warped out.
That is a 16.
Okay. From your knowledge of spells, this is probably gas is probably your best guess
Mhm.
Nice.
at what kind of, because the fact they're not. It's not like they're not. They actually choose their words to not avoid some kind of command or
Mhm.
something. Like they haven't said the person's name. They're actively avoiding using their words to avoid whatever command they were told before.
Mhm.
So you feel that it's probably gas, and depending on how effective or how high level the spell is at, your best guess is a remove curse, a greater restoration, or a wish spell to end it.
Wow. We
You
don't have
can
any
try.
of those things.
No.
You can try dispel, but
Because it doesn't.
the gas spell doesn't mention dispel magic, so
Mm,
you've got a chance.
yeah. Because a lot of those spells will specify. If it doesn't have it, in the description, its chances are it's not going to work.
I think try it because you might get
Your
that
knowledge
20, right?
Your knowledge of dispel magic is to choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range.
Mm,
So the magical effect can be the gas
Yeah.
spell, certainly. And then, depending on how high a level it was at, it's going to be a contested check against your spell casting ability. So, but certainly, you don't think it's dangerous because trying to dispel doesn't break their command on it. The person themselves hasn't broken whatever the command is, so they won't have the feedback of the gas on them. You think?
mm. I guess it's worth a try, I suppose. I think it's just probably worth.
Yeah, if you don't think it's going to do anything bad, then go for it.
Alright, I'm gonna cast. I'll cast Dispel Magic. Well, give it a go, I guess. I don't think anything will happen, but better than try.
They look nervous, but they're keen.
Alright, I'll do Dispel Magic then.
Roll your spell ability check.
DC, spell ability. Yeah, so plus Charisma. That is not. It's 14. I don't think it's gonna be high enough.
Really not.
It's plus my proficiency as well, isn't it? Or is it just
using your
charisma?
spellcasting ability? That's what it says. Make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. So your spell ability mod.
So it's just plus my charisma then, I guess. I assume.
No.
Then.
It's your spell attack, I think.
Oh, is it spell attack? Okay. Alright.
It should have your
It's
proc
a
on it.
ability check.
Oh, in that case
Ability
then.
check. So
Okay, so in that case it's an 18 because I get +8 to my spell attack.
you feel a push and a resistance and nothing. You don't think it works.
Well, I kind of did the best I could with that. I don't really think it's gonna
Didn't
work.
work?
No, I don't think so. Well, we'll try. Can you tell us the name of that person?
How certain are you that it worked? Because if I say stuff, I could get hurt.
Oh.
Let's say, I have a feeling that we're being so careful because it's not, you can't talk about this, it's if you talk about this, something fucking bad will happen.
When you say hurt, what do you mean?
I mean, if it's like
Have people been
if-
killed
I
by
mean,
it?
To be fair, if it's physical pain, I am a nurse.
We can
I
mend you,
I
yeah.
can sort
we
you
can mend
out.
you.
So,
Doesn't necessarily mean they want to torture themselves just to satisfy your curiosity.
I mean, if it helps, I'll heal you straight away. The pain won't be
They
momentary.
barely know us. That's a bit of an ask.
I'm just saying, I'm putting the options out there. You know.
Sometimes you fucking worry me.
So I
Could
mean,
give
like,
you a gold.
it's like when someone dislocates their shoulder. You know, you're gonna have to pop that thing in. It's gonna hurt. But you got to go through the pain
right.
to,
But
you know.
there is a difference between that and suggesting deliberately injuring yourself.
I mean,
You
know.
fucking worry me sometimes, Talari.
Why are you supposed to be on our side, Nadia? Jesus Christ.
What? I'm not allowed to say that Talari worries me.
She's right in front of us.
I mean, I've had to chop a finger off. If something happens, sometimes you got to, take the pain to make sure everything else is okay.
You still fucking worry me, okay?
Alright.
No pain, no gain, guys.
That's
No
it,
pain, no
exactly.
gain.
It's kind of the more.
Which is perfectly fine when it's your pain, Thoradin.
I don't know. Some people like pain. We don't know this woman. Yeah.
To judge.
Oh my word.
So
yeah.
let the Shagrak will say this. Let's just say pain of death might have been a word or two that have been spoken in the past to somebody of some description.
Ewan definitely wasn't about this.
Okay, I think it's fair to say that you don't have to say anymore,
Hmm.
apart from whatever you know you're comfortable with.
What if you write it down? Could that still
Oh.
trigger it?
Sorry, come on.
I'm
I don't
I'm
know.
kinda
Like,
curious.
that's in all the stories, though, right? Like, somebody gets around a curse or whatever by, like, so you must not tell a living creature, so they tell a
Yeah.
non-living one. Or you must never speak of this, so they write it down. Like, that's a classic.
There's
But
loopholes.
it has to be said, because it's a classic, most, like, clever mages will think of that.
Mm.
Also, who wants to risk that?
There's also that.
Hmm.
It's
You know,
5d
I'm getting pretty fucking tired
5d10
of this, mate.
damage potential against them.
Hmm.
I'm getting pretty fucking
Okay,
tired
fair
of this
enough.
guy. Who goes around doing that to their own people?
Because they left. They don't want to, the condition
don't-
for leaving,
Yes,
isn't
but
it?
the thing is,
How'd the other guy not die?
He left
He left
before
before.
he
He left before.
started doing.
No,
other
the guy
thing.
like we tortured, and he was giving us all the information.
Well, he didn't give us any information about the mage. He couldn't. Do you
Ah.
remember?
But it also
Yep.
suggests maybe you only get that happen to you if you leave. Well, there's either you only get it when you leave, or they all get it, and it means that the stuff they told us was a lie. Everything they told
Yeah.
us was a lie.
Or it's just about that mage, but we didn't really ask about
Just
the
don't
mage. So
we didn't know the mage
We didn't-
existed
yeah,
at that point.
yeah.
That's true.
Is there a password to get into
Whoever
your
they are.
base?
They seem like a complete asshole.
Is there a password to get into your base?
I can neither confirm nor deny that kind of information.
Don't think that's gonna work.
Uh,
Could well have been a pack of lies then.
Hmm. Well, this is certainly concerning. Well, we can either assume they only get this spell on them when they leave, or
Oh yeah, but how?
And if
when
they-
you've got
if they all have them, then that suggests the people that we met previously.
the
was
line through their teeth.
Indeed.
Because he told us about the entrance correctly, right?
Well,
we verified
Well,
it
we
now.
don't. We never.
Behind the waterfall.
We never confirmed that.
No, the
No,
woman
we
here
have no
told us. The woman here told us, didn't she, when we
No.
arrived?
No.
I'm sure she did. Matt, didn't she?
No,
not
they
last
come. They
session?
come to them. They come
She
here.
sometimes goes to them as well.
Yeah,
But
she
di-
did say
she-
sometimes
she
goes
went
to
there,
war.
yeah.
Instead of
She
been,
said about the waterfall.
inside,
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
She,
already
right.
gone up to their.
But as in, it shows
door
he wasn't
practically.
completely BSing us because
True.
what he said matches up with what
Yeah,
she
yeah,
said.
yeah.
There's probably like edges to what they can be told. Yeah, the entrance is the waterfall. What does that actually give you for getting in though?
Yeah.
No.
what's
I
the
imagine-
color of the night?
Right,
What's the color of the night?
no.
Is that the question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
that's it.
so.
Maybe some
There's
new
the question.
password.
Does she react if I say that just out loud?
She kind of pales a bit,
Okay, that's
but
good.
she doesn't want to give an answer.
Yeah, she can't say it.
Well,
Okay,
that
okay,
that
so
that
that's
reaction.
fine.
Yeah, that reaction in
Yeah,
itself's a good thing.
itself, yeah.
I reckon he told us the truth. I think what he told us was the truth, but he obviously didn't tell us the full story.
Yeah.
He was just throwing it out like nothing. She's kind of a bit more restrained.
So it
We
must
were
be.
paying him, and he got to leave without having to get gearsed.
Quite
So
possibly.
if you add all the
Yeah.
How
stuff together,
How difficult is creating that kind of compulsion?
Pretty difficult. Yeah, this is like an 8th level, isn't it?
Yes,
It's
it's
a
pretty
5th
hard.
level
Talari?
spell.
don't know my arcane knowledgeable friends.
I mean,
It's a 5th level spell.
So is it difficult to create that kind of compulsion?
Crossnods.
Got Talari here.
I don't know. I don't have those kind of spells.
Hmm.
I tend to, you know,
Well, the more
charm
difficult it is
people in my
being
bedside
magical-
manner. You know.
You don't have a bedside manner. My point is if it's difficult to like...
You'd be surprised how little bedside manner you need when someone's bleeding profusely out of their chest.
I'm just saying that you don't
So
have
I
one.
can confirm that as well, actually. When someone's
Yeah.
bleeding, bedside manner is really not important.
I'm just saying that you still don't have one. You said you had one, I'm saying you don't.
It was,
My point is if it's really difficult to do, probably it's only the people who, like, they know want to leave. If they is easy to do, they'd just do it to everybody.
I mean, I would imagine it's no more difficult to do than those set of circles that we found out there. So.
Yeah, but they're an investment, aren't they?
I agree. I think if this is
keeps them
what you're
loyal.
talking about is powerful magic, then they probably only do it to the people who have decided to leave. If they do it to everyone, then how did that bandits that we talked to give us the information about the night? Obviously, and I look at Sharog, whatever her name is. Just my. She obviously knows what that means. Look at her complexion. She is so pale. It's okay. You don't have to answer us. Just a wink or a nudge. That'll be great.
I mean,
You want to be careful with that, Turi.
Oh yeah, no wink
Any
is
form of
nudges.
giving information could count to trigger it. I don't know.
hmm.
Just your emotional reaction will be enough. You don't have to say anything.
Just see your head explode
Hey.
right in front of us.
I'm getting pretty fucking sick of this mage.
Hmm.
Who the fuck does that kind of thing?
Yeah.
Someone who doesn't want to be found.
Yeah,
Right,
somebody
yes,
who
but someone
covers
who
the
doesn't
facts.
Someone who doesn't want to be found. Someone who is willing to, like, resurrect dozens of scrubby bandits.
Hmm.
Like, and set up all these magical circles. It's definitely not just interested in picking off half a dozen travellers here and there. There is some fucking dodgy shit going on here.
Some would say it's our duty to investigate further. Some would say.
Investigate further anyway, weren't we? Just, you know,
Some
not
would
by
say it's our
ourselves.
duty to do a bit more than investigate.
Yeah, just
Jason's
not by-
responsibility.
Sharog,
We were going to do that anyway, just not by ourselves, you know?
Mm-hmm.
how would you feel about maybe traveling with us to Moradin Town to... Wait, hold on. To get this whole issue dealt with by someone a bit more powerful than us.
Explain dealt with.
As in, taken away. Someone more powerful than us could end such a thing on yourself.
Just because I don't know the spells doesn't mean those spells don't exist. I just don't know them.
Ah, we're weak compared to a lot of people in this world.
I mean, yeah.
City
We
of
are,
Wizards.
come on.
We just left the City of Wizards. You know, I'm sure one of them could help.
Ah,
You just need a bit of greater restoration. That's all you need, really. Picks you right up.
some nice modern clerics, you
Yeah,
know.
Nice.
And you know, if you're in the town, you're most likely protected from whoever.
It is of course your choice, but I think if it was me and I had such a compulsion left on me, I would probably want to get rid of it.
Could you tell Cassio? Because I can't.
Sure.
Is that a yes?
I don't think they can say.
If, like,
Really?
okay, we are leaving here tomorrow. If, completely coincidentally, you happen to be travelling the same direction, we're happy to give you a lift.
Mm.
And Nadia's going to give them a thumbs up.
Nice.
Yes, but could you tell
I can tell, yeah. I'll let your chief know. I'll let your chief know that quite coincidentally you happen to be travelling in the same direction as us tomorrow, and we've offered you a lift. You have business to transact in the city, isn't that right?
But why?
Sure.
We need an extra bodyguard and we're willing to pay you so you can come back with trade?
I think.
I don't know.
I assume she wants us to tell her the exact reason why.
Okay, you don't want a fake reason, right? Okay. It's very hard with this compulsion thing. When do you want the truth? When do you not want the truth?
Well,
How far are we from Moradin City? How many days?
4 days.
4, 5.
You're 4 days in. Another 5 days to go.
5. Okay.
Which counts the downtime.
Like bandits? I don't particularly like bandits. Turi doesn't like bandits either, do you, Turi?
No, I really do not like bandits, especially ones that do not repent. Bad bandits, not good.
Odin just wants the bounty he can get from killing the bandits.
Smashing skulls in.
And the opportunity to get into a fight, yes, that's true.
And the gold and everything attached to it.
And the gold, yeah. So I was just here to be worrying. I don't know if she's got anything personal against bandits, but she's travelling with us and we have something against bandits.
Bandits are bad.
She doesn't like bandits either, there you go.
I mean, we had people came into the clinic with people being stabbed by bandits, It's a lot of extra work.
Say that, it's like, oh, they came in with graze, they came in with a stab wound from bandits.
It was a lot of extra work.
Damn the paperwork. But yeah, general dislike for people who go around causing other people problems. And there's also the fact that they tried to ambush us 2 nights ago, which kind of colours your opinion of someone. Or a group of someone's, in this case. I don't like people attempting to stab me in my sleep.
It's very inconvenient.
It's not very restful.
No.
It's true, and talking about someone who was on the other side of that situation, it's also not particularly pleasant to see someone waking up while you're stabbing them in their sleep.
Only cowards do that sort of thing.
Stab people in their sleep. Arguably, it's the best time to stab somebody.
Okay, again, past. All in the past.
Face your enemy face to face.
But yes, colours your opinion of someone. So I personally, don't like. Also, I think they tried to poison my wolf. And that is a low blow.
Wolf never did anything to them. Before.
I mean, beforehand, yeah.
Did stuff
Other
after,
than-
obviously.
No, she raised the alarm. She's the reason we didn't get woken up by people attempting to stab us. Which I don't know. I think they probably tried to poison her first.
Yeah, well, that's what alerted. I was there. That's what alerted her. You see. And then she subsequently bit their
She's
faces.
smart for that. Hey, it wasn't his face that she bit.
Oh well, there's a lot going on.
That's true.
There's a lot of blood.
Yeah, there's a lot of blood. Where it's coming from, it's hard to say.
Yeah.
Alright.
So, Cassiel, Cherokee, she happens to be journeying to town with us because
We've offered her a lift.
we've offered her a lift.
Okay, why is... Can I ask why?
Business for
I sort of lean her in close, like as close as possible. She kind of has a bit of a problem that was left on her by the bandits, and we're gonna go sort it out in the town with people who are a little bit stronger magically than we are.
What?
No. Quiet.
To put what?
Net.
It's just like.
Can I actually just put my hand on her mouth?
No, she won't let you.
Yeah, but someone trying to put their hand over your mouth is generally quite distracting.
I do quite like the idea of me fumbling to try, and she's just like, "No, what are you
Although
doing?"
the idea of Turi, I see her as quite Cassiel's quite tall.
Yeah.
The idea of Turi being sort of trying to put her hand up.
Casual's not happy. He's like, this is not honest.
Look. We're going to go ahead, deal with the problem for Sharok. She'll give us a little more info, and then we're going to deal with the bandits so they never do this to your people ever again.
No, I'm not standing for this. And she'll just call to the whole.
Okay.
The whole thing.
Whoa! We might have found our army.
Yeah, but on the other hand, it can be dangerous.
For them.
Yes, for them, which is who I'm concerned about right now.
No, that's all good.
As long as we're okay, then that's all that matters.
If you have more broken-jawed people in your tribe, they could all have a form of this compulsion issue.
You know,
And we need
Why are
to
you
go ahead-
whispering? There's no need to be secretive.
Oh, for God's sake.
I mean,
Why is it called-
most likely after this person turned up, so Bellinor should probably be okay.
Look, fine. We're talking like normal people, we'll talk like normal people. Bellinor, fine. Most people after him, maybe not. But the point is, they can't do anything about it, and we are not powerful enough to deal with it. So before you go ahead charging in where you're dealing with something way beyond your control, we go to town, we find someone more powerful than us, they can end the compulsion issue, and then afterwards we bring some more forces, you bring some more forces, we storm the place.
Or myself, 9 of my best, and you.
Okay. I don't think you understand it. This compulsion
They're bandits.
is very
Who cares?
powerful magic. I don't think that 9 of your best, you and us, are going to be enough.
Is going to interject and say, but 9 of her best, I think, might be enough.
Krusk?
Well, why
Can
don't
I have a chat
well,
with you
why,
over
why,
here for a
well,
minute?
why don't you find like why don't you do like a little sparring match and test how good they are?
Yeah, I was gonna say it depends.
They could gauge us, and we can gauge them.
It depends on
Good
what
idea.
and on what else we've got. They have knowledge of the local area. They have knowledge of what's going on. And if you're going raiding, knowledge is better than force.
That's true.
Hmm?
I'm not saying we take them out completely. I'm suggesting that we go deal with. I mean, your 9 of your best. How many of them came from the Broken Jaws?
None.
Okay, that's at least a good bonus right there. I mean, you know, if we
They
had
wish
the
to fight,
problem.
then they wish to fight. We should stand alongside them.
I'll send Bellinor and the rest who are potentially affected to Moradin City, and they will seek to get themselves sorted, hopefully cured.
Would you wait for us to come back, or are you in a bit of a hurry to go on this murder mission?
This light can't be taken. Can't wait.
Okay.
We'll go in the morning.
We'll come with you.
I mean, yeah, I can't let you go
take this
alone.
in good conscience.
Oh.
We took out almost a whole squad of them.
Yes.
Nadia's gonna
We have
reach,
knowledge of their attacks.
like walk over and pat Tiri on the shoulder and be like, "We tried."
Why is it every time I try to talk to someone it ends like this?
I wouldn't take it too harshly, Turi. This is just what happens.
It's going to happen in the end.
I'm just trying to be more communicative and it just ends so badly.
Harry, we've done the right thing here. You've done a great deed.
Exactly.
We will rid the lands of a terrible menace and free all these poor people who have had their wills enslaved.
I mean,
And
if
we'll
you
all be
think,
filthy rich.
if you think about it, they're stopping them having their penance.
That is true.
Which is within
How
itself
can
a
they
crime.
repent?
How
They
can?
can't repent, Harry.
Yeah, they're preventing people from repenting.
I hate all of you.
You're talking like the objection is us doing it at all. No, the objection was us doing it in a hurry.
We can't allow these
the
good men
hurry
and
is-
women to march
Well,
to
we're
their
not
death.
doing it by ourselves.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
must
we
stand
would
by
do
them.
before.
Okay.
True.
How about this? Your 9 best fighters. Sparring match. Let's see what they're made of.
Against me.
Against
Just
God.
us.
Just
I'm
you,
our
Thoradin.
best. I am our best. You
Well,
did not see
alright.
me cutting that wood.
No,
Sort of
I
a-
was cutting
Alright.
vegetables.
Wait, on style points.
You see how
Yeah, I know that you.
these,
I know that you and Krusk were busy showing off all day.
No one can do that shit with their hands. Only
Oh my
me.
God.
I think anyway, a spy
You
match would be a
get
good
two
idea.
very disbelieving eyebrows raised at you.
Okay, look. Your 9 best. Take 5 of them. Or, I mean,
Well, it
Talari,
depends
how,
what- it
how
depends
would you
what-
feel?
I mean, it depends
No,
what their
not for
speciality.
Talari.
It depends what their speciality is. If it's like,
Okay,
you know, throwing knives, I suppose that's more your area. If it's more about cracking necks, then it's it's Thoradin's.
tell me about your 9 best. What are
Turi,
the focuses?
Yeah. Turi, have you considered that as somebody who knows these bandits and their strengths and weaknesses far better than us. She's actually in a pretty good position to judge, like, their strengths and how I could deal with it.
No, of course,
Well,
but
I don't know. Like
she's
a bit emotional. You know, sometimes that clouds judgment. You see.
I am right here.
I'm just saying.
She's not there, Talari.
I'm just saying.
Sparring anyway is a good idea, so we can all get used to each other. If we're going to fight side by side in combat, we should all know
Exactly.
what
You
just
will
wanna show
learn
off a
what
bit
our
more, don't you,
capabilities
Krusk?
are, and we
No,
will know
I'm
what your
quite genuine.
capabilities are.
I
And
wish
that
to
will
know
help.
the men who will fight alongside us, the men and women.
We actually survived their attack, so we have something up on them.
Mutually beneficial.
Fine, I guess. I mean, I'm not like really going to object. I'm just saying that
Do you
we
agree
definitely
that-
got
I mean,
less.
it would. I guess.
about
I
it.
guess it would make
then
sense if you,
Cassiel
if you, Cassiel, decide what these tests are, as you know them probably better than we do.
Oh.
You decide what these tests are, and we'll present ourselves against these tests, and so will you, all people.
And Nadia, it's not so much about what the knowledge is of the bandits, it's what our knowledge would be of each other. We fight
that's a
best
good
when we know
point.
what everybody is capable of.
That's a good point, but still.
Sorry, I think you misunderstand me. I'm going tomorrow with 9 of my best, with or without you.
We will come. We will be with you.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we're with you.
I
on that.
believe it would be beneficial for us to perhaps spar a little against your 9 best, so we all know each other's fighting style, capabilities.
A team that works together. You see. Yes.
We'll be going in the morning. It is now the evening. We need
Go
our
to
rest.
bed. Although I
It's fine as well, I guess.
What?
Okay, from this point, I see that we are not going to be able to talk to you. So in that regard, fine. We will come with you in the morning. It is
Let me
better
go
for us
first.
to be there and aid
Wake us
them
up.
than to find the aftermath.
although I do like have questions. Plan of attack, tactics.
Yeah, we
'Cause-
can't just rush in.
Krusker's got a good point in that knowing what each other are doing is probably a good idea. If we're going in, we should probably go in as one unit
That's fair.
rather than working at cross purposes.
Allow me to calm over the evening and we can discuss on our way in the morning.
If you want.
I think it's leaving a bit close, but we
That's
should
exactly-
really plan before.
How
Also,
far
It's
away is
going to
it?
take most of the day to get there, so
One more time
Okay.
on the.
Also,
on the,
is it a good idea to discuss tactics while we're on the way? You never know that people could be listening from secret places,
What?
trees.
Like,
I don't know,
well,
bushes.
they won't know we're coming. Don't you worry. And Cassie will go off and she'll go over to Sharog and she'll meet heads with them and murmur something quietly to Sharog, and she'll go around to some of the other, to the other broken jaw people that part of her tribe.
Well, this certainly escalated quickly.
it definitely escalated.
Why
Thanks,
is it
Drew.
every time I have a conversation it escalates quickly? I don't think
You're
I'm meant
very-
to be the talker. It just
You're
doesn't
very,
work.
you're very escalating kind of person. Although I think it's like a paladin thing.
I'm not a paladin.
No, but the people who escalate things with you, being all like honor and duty. Remember how Krusk was before he died?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we can totally do this thing. We can totally take him on. Let's definitely charge in. Oh, whoops, I'm dead.
And now I'm back even stronger than ever.
Oh yeah, sure you are, Krusk. That
Just a
you lost the wood chopping competition. Remember?
yeah.
It's not
Still
about the
not
life
as
of us individuals.
I bet
It's
with
about
a little divine
mission.
power you were doing, okay?
And we achieved the mission objective. If I could go back, I would do it again.
You probably will.
That's the first thing to say. If anything, you should learn from your mistakes.
I said the life of the individual is less important than the overall mission.
I mean,
Depends on the individual.
Some people
Get
just
what
want to
we're
live.
driving at? You can definitely balance the two.
The necromancer needed to be stopped, and we stopped him. Mission accomplished.
Ways of stopping necromancers and getting yourself shanked in the process is generally to be avoided.
Worthy sacrifice. We stopped him. We stopped his nefarious plans. We stopped untold misery onto others.
I'm pretty sure you died before we even got to the necromancer.
Yeah.
did.
You
Before we
did.
got through the door.
Da.
On the other hand, we did stop the necromancer and his devious plans.
Yes, we did.
Not without getting Krusk in the cage,
That's not
though.
true.
Best not
The
to
look on his
Okay.
face.
best not to
the
huddle
look
up
on his
this time.
face. Yeah, the
we
look on,
know.
the look
We
on his
know.
face when I walked through that was priceless.
You did sit on him, which was quite amusing.
It was very funny. I really wish we could have joined you before the whole.
Well,
It's not just him getting knocked out.
it's a good way of restraining someone. There's a lot of me.
Yes. Not sure how to.
If
that a
if
yes?
I had your
Is that
strength and height, I would do the same thing.
Hey, I should probably mention something since we're going tomorrow. I still have a
Right.
pair of anti-magic shackles, which we can use for
Did
the
you
mage.
not give them back?
No?
They would have been confiscated, I'm afraid.
I don't have it.
Oh,
Damn it.
you did give them back.
I did give them back.
They would have been given back.
As Krusk goes into his bag, suddenly he finds nothing.
Yeah.
Damn!
That'd be
damn
who's
wasn't-
Too overpowered.
Mr. Sneaky. Oh.
Oh.
That's why I kind of just didn't mention it because I thought they might forget. Okay, I don't have it.
they
I'm shame.
Oh well. Yeah, be interesting to see. I don't even know how we'll go because the thing is, if they've only got one entrance, going through the front's going to be.
We can just. I'd love for them to just line up in a corridor trying to stop us. Just
But the thing is,
I really doubt that's
well,
what
so
they
what?
will do.
So it's 10
They
of.
have teleportation circles.
Well, there's 10 of them and what? 5 of us. So there's 15 of us going against 50.
we killed like 30 on our own. Oh, wait, sorry, how many attacked us? I can't remember.
12?
11.
12.
Oh, okay, a bit less, but
Like
still,
a
we
squad. It's like a squad.
Yeah.
It's like
we wiped out like an entire squad.
Squad.
But they're going to
Anymore.
be like the weakest people. Like we don't know how strong
Yeah.
their stuff is. And you've got the 3 brothers who are obviously going to be
Hmm.
stronger than anything we've faced. Plus you got this mage, and and who knows how many smaller like we've already met
that's a boss fight.
we've met a shaman already, so they must have a bunch of those as well. Just to make can't expect that
Sure.
one. You can't expect the one important guy to be going out there casting teleportation circles every day for
As
a year.
Eleanor said, there were multiple mages and they stayed in the
I
camp.
Yeah.
forgot there were multiple ones.
Just hope.
And those guys can wipe a room
Well,
quite quickly.
Let's just
That
hope
was
that
4
our
years ago.
allies are bringing a healer.
Well, they are in a cave. We could just crush them to death.
Or just bring the cave down.
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
I-
just bring
I-
the entrance down.
Actually.
Could you
And
imagine?
then they just teleport
But the
out.
teleport,
They have
they got swords.
teleportation circles.
Yeah.
Teleportation circles.
From there, yeah.
These circles might be a problem because
They could just
if the
teleport
fight's
out.
not going their way, how do we stop them running?
You can't.
I think it's worth us going there anyway because destroying their base of operations or taking it over is a good idea.
If they have to run away to the teleportation circles, which we have seen run, and there aren't any supplies there aren't any benefits to going there apart from being able to get far away from the camp and
Yep.
back quickly.
They'll be scattered. They'll be resourceless. So,
Yeah, defenseless. Well, not defenseless.
but definitely more exposed than them just all
Yeah.
sitting in the cave.
They'll also
And
not be able to necessarily get back to their pretty resurrecting diamonds.
Also
Yeah.
true.
Mm.
Maybe we could take some diamonds
Mm.
as souvenirs.
Oh hell yeah!
Souvenirs.
Oh hell yeah!
We don't need them.
It's not gonna be that.
unless
It's not gonna be. It's not.
somebody
It's
happens
not.
to
It's
learn
not,
how
it's,
to resurrect.
it's not gonna be that easy. But yeah. Yeah. No, I think we'll have to just. I mean, the only concern I have is just one corridor of entry. 15 of us going through one corridor. So I don't know how that's gonna work out.
The
I don't
dream, because I will just lightning
Yeah.
bolt everything in our way.
Same. We can do dual lightning bolts.
Yeah, we can
That's
just
true.
Thunder waves. It's gonna be.
I have
beautiful.
a feeling that we have a different plan. I'm pointing at the lovely tribe that are just. They know a lot more about these people than we do, as Nadia said, and the chances are they don't just trade at the waterfalls. There's probably multiple entrances.
Maybe.
I mean, what if your goods are, something that you can't get soaked?
Teleportation circle.
Oh,
That's
oil skin.
correct.
All this speculating without information is, as it was last time, bloody
Exactly.
useless. So I'm
So-
going to bed.
Yeah, let's
Mm.
let her calm down. She'll tell us in the morning.
Yep, Krusk
Yes,
will get up and start heading to bed as well.
Yeah, Valoria will come along. She's the Triton, wife of Cassio. She'll come and says, I'd love to show you to your beds for the evening. I've I believe you need a good deal of rest. Someone's
Apparently
about to come.
Actually, I'm not so bad.
And she'll show you to the beds in this hut.
Wow, we get a proper bed.
Monkeys.
Nice.
Yep, you all share a room.
Nadia will have gone to check on Ulva and that, like, during the day.
Mhm.
Is she happy? Is she safe?
It was happy.
Is she eating somebody yet?
No, she had a. Oh, actually, she probably would have been allowed to be by your side after a certain amount of time. So she's eaten with you and been happily enough. It was only at the beginning, like unfriendly wolf versus all their friendly wolves, but after a few hours, it was clear she was
Perfectly
trained enough.
friendly, it's fine.
Exactly, yeah. Like it was quite clear that you weren't in danger. She wasn't in danger. Like you're all safe. Yeah, and she's allowed to sleep in the room with you if you allowed it.
She's nice and warm.
So, there you are. So as night goes on, some of you are disturbed throughout the night. Some of it uncomfortable sleeping, some of it fairly comfortable. The beds are nice and soft, and they've been used before, but they're certainly serviceable for what's a tribe, and it's certainly better than sleeping on the floor. In the middle between an inequality and on the floor, basically beds. Yep, some of you do find disturbed sleeping, but for the most part, it's a quiet and calm night for all of you. And as night goes into morning, you will wake up fairly refreshed and to a pissed off Cassio at the breakfast area.
Thought she was meant to calm down.
She's still. Oh, and it's like she's not gonna like punch through like a wall angry anymore. Just like smoldering rage.
Relatively calm.
Gentle embers of rage.
Yeah, and like you could see all like she's got 9. I'm just organizing where people like. There's like 9 other people like who are like suited and booted for like because like there's tribe days where like you don't need to carry all your weapons and everything. But, like these people are all armed to the teeth practically. Of what they want to do. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and the rest of the tribe still work up, getting back the rest of the day.
Breakfast time, things.
Yeah.
So these are me and my 9.
Me and my merry men.
We have a cart as well that we can pack up, so we can all. You don't need to put all the burden on your horse.
Will we be long rest, or will we be resting or stopping along the way, or will it be kind of we get there and engage?
The best opportunity for us will be first thing in the morning on their side, because they raid during the night, and so most of them will be tired as anything. Fresh thing in the morning.
Makes sense.
That'll be our best hope. Well, the most likely will be almost all of them there. It's going to be our best shot of actually wiping them all out. The sad face of the earth.
Yep. Sounds
Better
like
bring torches. Gonna need to do a lot of burning.
a
lot of bodies to burn.
You've seen the hideout. Do you think it is easily penetrable?
In the ground, I'll take you over to this map. In the ground, she draws this rough entrance way.
Hmm. Okay.
So fairly wide enough to get 2 people across. There's a door just behind the waterfall, and that's where they'll issue their commands. We have a good shot of hiding majority of our force behind the stones and outcropping work, so that they don't know our true numbers. I could probably get away with getting one of the brothers out to do some trading if I can keep my temper down. But
That would be perfect if we could take out one of the brothers.
If I suspect something, though, how quickly could they shut that door?
well, from what I've seen, it's a wood door. A few hits from a decently sharpened axe will come down.
Or a hammer.
More hammer. Fortunately, I've not been inside, but unless you wish we could, unless you think we can kidnap someone if we're going to go out on a raid beforehand.
I think it's risky. I think while we've got the advantage, if we can get one of the brothers out, then I think we should just work our way through and destroy them.
It's true, we have surprise on our side. What is the capability of your 9 best? Strong hands? Spellcasters? Warriors? What are they?
Raw warriors here. Belenars are only spellcaster, or only shaman. But we yet to have anyone else show the ability to summon, so until that happens, we won't have another shaman in training unless someone else comes along that we're able to accommodate.
Okay.
Are any of them carrying
That
bows?
case,
Sorry.
Yeah, I've kitted out bows, short bows and short swords. That's what the majority of them have. But yeah, look like leather armor, perhaps, that they're wearing. Look like quite hardy people.
I'm just thinking we could have like a volley, depending on where that door is from, sort of around the trees.
You certainly use the trees for to hide some of our folk, because it's fairly open enough. So if we want to get one of the brothers out and he's not going to raise an alarm straight away, we need to be somewhat hidden, so we can take him by surprise. I should better handle him myself, but
Don't worry, you won't have to.
Best that we strike swiftly and decisively with all of us.
The choices they have made some undoubtedly evil. So I agree with Swift.
hard and fast. I like it. So any other questions you guys have?
she's our healer.
You're the healer. Good job. I need you.
So you don't have any good. Yeah, great. Okay. Good.
Well, Belenar's our shaman. He knows healing, but he's going to go to Moradin City to see with the other potentially affected folk.
Well, hopefully.
Oh, is this the kind of thing that dispels if you kill the caster?
If not, they can solve it in Moradin City, hopefully. I don't know. I'm not a magic user.
If the war talk is over, Krusk is gonna tap Turi on the shoulder and say, Turi, can I have a word?"
Let's
go over to like a quieter spot, and Krusk will just say,
"We're back in the camp."
Yep.
Yeah, that's just for the map. Just for the.
I'm just quiet spot.
Yeah, just anywhere, just away from.
Let's chat in the alleyway, shall we?
And
Skulk in the
Krusk will
shadows.
say, Turi, this isn't the best time to talk about it since we're heading out on a raid. So I want to talk to you about this properly in the future. But Mistra visited me last night and she told me some things which have me greatly concerned. Things that concern specifically me, you, and Tyr.
Really? Oh, great.
I fear that
Wonderful.
things I fear that things are not as they seem. But as I said, I don't think the eve of battle is the right time to talk about it. But on the way to Moradin, I think me and you need to discuss. For now, Tiri, the only thing I wanted to ask you are what are the details of the penance and which god have you been given this penance by? What are the conditions of it?
I have agreed to the penance of Bahamut, and what I know of Bahamut say makes sense for him. It is not something that Sirik would consider doing. Something I would warn you of, though. This Mistra. How confident are you that these dreams are from her? Because Sirik has many guises, and he is very cunning.
I believe she has proved herself to me by interacting with the weave of magic, which I believe is something that only Mistra can do. I don't think Sirik could imitate that, as it's something quite unique to Mistra. We need to tread carefully, Tiri. Thanks for telling me, but be wary of the gods. I think something more is going on, and I think there's something more to the tale of Sirik and Tyr.
I think that tale will. That tale never ended. Not for us. And
Yes.
it won't end. If it ends soon, I will be very surprised.
Yes, you wise words, Turi. I was hoping that chapter was behind us, but I fear something much deeper and darker is about to begin.
She puts a hand on Krusk's shoulder and just says, I hope this new thing that is going on with you is something that you are prepared for. Because I have seen a change in you from your death. And just be warned, Mistra may be of magic, but Sirik is of lies and murder. He could be lying to you in such a form. And if your magic is from a dark place, just keep an eye on that, okay? Do not lose the spark in you. It is what is guiding me now.
I will, Turi, and he'll kind of also put like a hand on her shoulder and say, I'm grateful for the bond we share. I think as long as we stick together, as I feel like me and you are sort of kindred spirits in this struggle of Tyr and Sirik. Of course, we are all part of the JC, but I feel like me and you have a special connection to both Tyr and Sirik, given our past.
We are definitely entwined in such a way, our connection. But we shall now focus on battle.
Yes.
But I do not think this is something that we need to necessarily hide from the others. Unless you know more. But again, say no more.
Yes, I wish to
focus on battle.
Yes, we will focus on battle. In the meantime, during our rest, I will be conversing more with Mistra and trying to find out more so that when we're in Moradin, I can freely tell you and the group what my suspicions are with Sirik and Tyr.
Well, hopefully, I shall be able to glean some knowledge from Bahamut himself. But first I must prove that he has chosen to give me penance for a good reason.
What are the terms of your penance? I know you must ask people.
I must give them the chance that Bahamut has offered me. Redemption. I must not strike if I can avoid it. And I must consider even the evil creatures could find good in their life.
Is there a penalty? Or is it kind of Bahamut's given you this chance? And
he has given me a chance, and I do not wish to squander it.
Of course.
Someone else also met me, but mine is not something that needs to be so secretive, so I shall tell you all on the walk.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, thank you, Turi. I'm sure we'll. Hopefully, if we make it all to Moradin in one piece, I'll know more and I'll be able to tell everyone.
Just keep a wizard eye on the horizon.
I will. Okay, that's all Krusk wanted to say.
Actually, when we're back with the group, because I'm assuming like this is mid sort of travel as well.
So, yeah, well, at the moment, everyone's still getting everything ready.
Getting
Not on
everything
the
ready.
road yet, but you still, everything's getting ready.
I'll kind of collect the gang and just say, I was contacted by another god last night. It was Shah, the goddess of darkness. I firmly told her no.
I'm getting quite sick of these people turning
It's a
up,
little
sticking
much,
it.
right? Like, you think after a certain point they'd understand and get the message. I mean, I know I've agreed to one,
Right.
you know. But yeah,
Absolutely.
so that's something that we might need to keep an eye out for, because who knows, she might be peeved.
Another one, have you?
Well, I don't know. You say no to a
We've
god?
got the god of lies, the god of murder, the goddess of darkness.
Okay, come on. So, like, I just said no to her request at basically following her and being her sick placing, so hopefully...
A request I'd
That's
say
not-
no to as well. Most
Yes.
people will probably say no to that.
Hopefully, she's just kind of going to move on and find a different kind of champion for her darkness or whatever, and leave me alone. I hope.
Need any more gods out to get us?
If we're being open in this whole, God dream, I should probably say that Talos came to me last night, and I might have to, just call the lightning maybe every night, now and again. Just a day on day, just call lightning,
What do you mean by
just cause a bit of
lightning?
mess. Break the street, I don't have to kill someone with it.
Okay, so you
just
don't
send
have to
out
kill
whatever.
Go
anyone.
around randomly zapping
Just
things.
randomly call the lightning.
What?
Hopefully, keep 'em
That's
happy.
not so bad. It could have been
No,
worse.
there aren't always going to be bandits there for me to
No,
incinerate.
Thoradin, seriously, why?
He just...
Nadia, trust me,
He
after
loves
dealing
lightning,
with some
he
evil
loves
gods,
lightning.
this is a win. Could you imagine if he had to actually kill someone every day?
Yeah, he's not
Something worse.
forcing me to kill. He just wants me to use the power he's bestowed upon me, which is, mighty
It
power.
could be worse. I'll say that now.
Could be a lot worse.
Yeah.
All I got was Helm, and he was quite polite.
Oh. Shaw seemed a little bit uppity of herself. Like a little kind of, I'm the god of darkness. You should be the darkness.
Don't mind the gods. You've got enough problem.
Good point. Sorry. I think when she says sorry, she'll direct it at like a shadow.
Anybody else? Any more gods being interfering little bastards?
I will say, there is more news regarding Cyric. However, I think it's going to be a wider discussion. I'm hoping to get more information, and after we've dealt with the bandits here. Sorry?
Anything actually useful? Any actual direction?
Yes. Sort of.
Well, knock me down with a feather.
Yes. She's been refreshingly helpful in a sense. I think there are grander schemes going on that we are getting pulled into.
Worked that one out. I worked that one out when the third god in a row were like, "Hi, I want you to do something for me." Like, what the fuck do they need me for? I'm some scrubby little mortal, but apparently I'm the best thing ever, and they all want me to help them. There's got to be something going on.
Who's that god who's gone missing? I forgot his name.
Torm.
Yeah, Torm. Tyr might have something to do with it, and Cyric.
Great, cool. Those two again. Nothing
haven't
good
they
came out of
fucked
their
up?
association last time.
I need to get more information off Mistra. But... yeah, it can wait
Well,
until
she
afterwards.
is to be the only person willing to tell anybody anything, so you should crack on with that.
Which is
How
good,
about you,
considering
Talari? Have
she's
you
so
been-
mysterious.
There's always a
about
price though
you?
with this.
Oh, there's always a price for something. How about you, Talari? You had any more mysterious visitations?
And was a medallion anything? Whispers?
Oh yeah, it was Skullface been talking to you yet?
So she doesn't respond. She's just looking, like she's like just peering into the distance.
Talari, poke, poke, poke.
Hmm?
Wake up.
Oh,
Poke,
shit.
poke, poke, poke.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? She's gonna like tug on the end of your ear.
Nothing. What?
We are going into battle later today, and you are acting like you've been up for a week. What is?
You broke up a bit there. Sorry, what?
Nadia says we are going into battle later today, and you are acting like you haven't slept in a week. What is wrong with you?
Oh, just things on my mind. But don't worry.
Oh, I don't know. That is why I'm asking.
I'll do the firebolts and the healing, and don't worry about that. I'll be fine.
No, come on, Talari, we're all shared.
Yeah, I don't trust that one a little bit. Also, have you had any mysterious visitations? Is that why you're so tired? Have the gods been keeping you awake at night?
No, like I said, just a lot on my mind. That's all. Just collecting
Can
thoughts.
we help?
You can let it out. Let it out.
Yeah,
Don't keep it all inside of you.
Shares the load.
It
really feels better.
She kind of like looks around the camp and like all these people and just goes,
Do you want to go somewhere quiet?
maybe not here. You know, like don't really need people knowing about my business. You know.
They might all be dead. So.
Oh my god. Oh, that's cold.
Jesus Christ, this party's a train wreck.
That's all right. Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully not.
Why don't we get on the road and maybe make a little bit of comfortable distance at some point?
Their cart and we're in our cart. You guys can talk in the back of our cart and won't be able to be heard by the guys in the back of their cart if you want to talk like private stuff.
I guess.
To the road.
To the window.
Road again.
Wow.
Yep. So the get on the road again. Between the two carts, feel free to distribute yourselves across.
I've lost myself on the map. There I am.
However you wish.
I think we're all piling in our cart so that we can winch Talari's like secret out of her without people
Just
hearing it.
strong arming her, man. Just she's
Yes, absolutely.
She's getting cornered.
I know.
Absolutely, because we're not having our healer be out of sorts. So that's just fucking asking for trouble.
She's trying to
We
be
are
reserved,
caring.
man. She's trying to be a reserved character.
We are caring and sharing, damn it.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Can't
We're
hide
definitely
anything.
caring and sharing,
Yeah.
and
Been with us for too long now.
Yeah.
Been through too much shit, you know.
I mean, most of it's shit we created, but nevertheless.
Yeah.
Nadia, no. It's just shit. It's not our shit. It's just shit.
Right. So I assume we're on the road now.
On the road.
All right.
Yeah.
So, yes, obviously, you know, someone visited me as well. Different one this time. From what I can gather, they're most likely. What was I can't remember the name now. I haven't got it written down. Got it here somewhere. I just saw it. Oh, Bashaba, the
Oh no.
Misfortune.
Misfortune.
Oh, that was my one with the ring. Oh
Yeah.
god.
And
Right.
you know, no, normally like with these gods and stuff, you know, you can brush it off. But I don't know. It's not the thing she said, but it's gotten to me.
She's not threatening your man, is she?
No, I don't. You know, normally I wouldn't care. I mean, I've had those before, but obviously you know about the problems I had, the specific loss that I had. Well, you know, it was my belief that, you know, Oryx disappearing, the stress it put on me caused me to have great loss. well, this Bashaba seems to be under the belief that it was a little bit more of a direct thing with Oryx that caused it. She seems to
As
be
in someone directly removed him?
more like poison. That's she believes Oryx may have poisoned me to, cause the problems. She seems to think that somehow I was robbing him of his freedom, and it was the only way for him to be free. Tiamat was apparently his only love, and our love was probably apparently was all fake and all of that. I just don't know. I don't know what to do anymore.
Lee, consider the option that they are absolutely full of shit.
I don't know.
No, I agree. Many gods are very full of shit.
But what if it's true? And
doesn't care for you as much as you thought he did?
I just don't know what to believe. I don't know. I just don't. When all this time thinking that it was my fault, I did something, but maybe I don't know whether he did something. I just don't know.
The thing is never anyone's fault.
Maybe.
Like, naturally, I mean, if someone did poison you, then it's definitely their fault. But other than that, it's not your fault.
Well, I'm just trying
it's
to.
Not his fault.
I'm just trying to go through. Well, no, it was supposed to be a deliberate thing, and I've been trying to. Since then, I've been trying to, think about our relationship. We were together for 4 years or whatever, and it was a long time. I find it. I'm just struggling. I'm trying to go through it all in my mind. Just trying to think back to, all the times we had, and just think if there was any sign, anything that would suggest that.
Sorry. If your man doesn't have the guts just to say that he wants something different, then he is so much not worth your time. I can't even begin to explain it.
There's better men out there, better fish in the sea.
Oh, definitely. I think Turi's actually going to try and put an arm around Talari, probably really awkwardly.
Turi's always dead.
That's how you do it. There you go. Sorcerer.
And if he is true, then you're looking for him. You can ask him soon enough. And if it turns out he is an asshole, then and she's gonna gesture to the rest of the group.
We can beat the shit out of
We'll
him.
sort him out.
She kind of almost forces a smile and kind of goes, I think I would like that very much.
So we're agreed. We find him, find out if he is a bastard. If he is a bastard, we beat the shit out of him.
It's just not.
We simply call him an ass for leaving you for so long. It all works out.
Maybe. I just just need time to process. But don't worry. I know we're gonna do a thing. The adrenaline will kind of put that to one side for then. But
being in the middle of a fight helps with a lot of things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's really good to take your mind off things. It's really great. And don't forget, you have all of us around us. You don't have to go through anything alone.
We're one big happy family.
I suppose if any of them are a gold dragonborn, you take my rage out on them.
Yeah.
Well, just make sure.
Cheer you right up.
We'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Thank you.
And you're definitely in the right company for wanting to put the boot in, because I think all of us use that as a method of cheering ourselves up.
I'm trying to do better, I'm trying to do better, but not going to lie. Yeah.
Getting in a fight with someone is a perfectly legitimate way of cheering yourself up. If the fight's just a sparring match, that's generally considered better than hauling off and shanking someone for no apparent reason. But it's
definitely.
That can be satisfying.
It still counts. I said it was better, not that it never happens. No, I don't shank people for no reason.
I can always try electrocuting someone. That might cheer me up, I suppose.
A bit of torture.
Okay. Let's not let this go overboard.
It's satisfying to Talari.
I think
Go on.
you and I have different notions.
Let's keep it to
There's
the
something
battle will
wrong
take
with
your
you,
mind off
man.
things.
Something wrong with you.
You saw what she did to Abandon last time.
Yeah, but there's definitely something wrong with you in particular. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with me, but there's definitely something
You're
wrong
not the
with you.
first person to say that, trust me.
In that case, I'm probably correct.
Hmm.
Also, the image of like Nadia doing this while still driving the cart with one hand and just like looking backwards over her
Leaning back.
shoulder. Leaning back, it's like the horse isn't going to walk into a tree, it's fine.
Yeah, you're following basically Cassiel and her lead for this, so
The horse
pretty
has
easy
got
going.
enough sense to follow the cart in front.
Yeah.
Just keep the reins fairly slack and like
yeah.
head over my shoulder, like occasionally turning back.
Yeah, avoid
around.
a pothole, that's about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. I think for that.
Do you reckon there's something we could do to get all these gods to stop being a pain in the ass?
I don't know. You know what?
Well,
Because
It's
I'm
so
100%
weird.
ready for them to shut up.
It's
I'm loving
shocking that it's like.
What am I talking about?
Yeah, but you.
Like
you
it's
like
clear.
being,
It's
like,
not. It's
flattered, Thoradin.
because I don't think it's like something that everybody. This is obviously something that's very unprecedented. Like most people probably only have like the one god that talks to them. So the fact that we're getting like multiple, probably about half a dozen each by now, like
It's
different gods.
irritating.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
I think whatever purpose that they are talking to us for, whenever it happens, whatever destiny lies with us, once that's all done, we can probably sleep easy. And by sleep, I mean you lot can sleep easy, and me and Talari can trance easy.
Sick of these.
I hate
things.
dreams.
Relax a bit.
They
Yeah,
will.
right. But what's so special about us? Because
Look
if
at
it was
us.
just anyone, right, it wouldn't just be us, would it?
Oh.
We wouldn't have every god in the book like trying it
We're-
on to win our
We're the
favour.
bloody JC.
Okay,
not seen what we've done.
no,
We're
Sorcerer.
more powerful than the average person you meet on the street.
Yeah, but there are plenty of people more powerful than us.
I genuinely think,
Hmm.
and I'm kind of hoping from what Krusk has said about Mistra, is that maybe we will have more answers from her. She seems a lot more forthcoming than the rest of them, and I'm hoping that I can maybe get some discussion with Bahamut after he has seen that I have tried really hard. Really hard.
Mishra's got a magic,
Express
right?
some- Yes.
Yeah.
And she did express some disdain for the other gods and their riddles and quote games that they play.
Every
Oh.
time I have asked why
I
me,
like her.
they've given a decent answer as to why they like me in general, but not why me specifically.
Hmm.
I mean, my
Like, why
guy's
am-
been pretty open.
I never
I
seem
important.
to
Why
ask.
are
She's
you
been pretty open.
important then, Thoradin?
Powerful as hell. They
Yeah.
see the potential in me.
Poten-
They see the power I can wield and the
You've got potential
badass.
power. You've got potential power, but there are plenty of people with potential power. Remember that Warforged we talked to?
Yeah, but most of them would fall and fail in battle, whereas I am war trained.
Yeah, but like I say, remember that Warforged we talked to? They had like hundreds of years of experience, way more powerful than probably all of us put together. Are they being bugged by the gods every 5 minutes? I don't know, maybe, but
Maybe because he can't. Warforged can't dream, probably.
They're not as interesting.
Oh, that's
Yeah, but why not?
Warforged don't sleep, so
Hmm.
how would that
what
work?
about their companions then? Do you reckon they're being bugged by the gods every 5 minutes? Somebody probably would have mentioned if this was happening on a wide scale level. What
I
about our
agree.
clan leader up there? She's powerful.
I
She's
gen-
impressive.
I think that most likely we all have a destiny in something that started off with Sirik burning us with some kind of symbol.
Yeah,
And
bug
that has led us on a path that we cannot avoid. But I
Does this path at any point allow for kicking one of the gods in the fork? Because if
Probably.
so, I'm on board.
Hopefully.
probably. Why else would so many gods be so interested in us? Unless we are possibly going to end up dealing with a god that they are against, or they are for, or whatever. It must benefit them in some way in their celestial place to be aligned with us. Perhaps one day we are coming to knock on their door. Perhaps in
Benefits them
other
to have
days they're enemies.
influence it benefits them to have influence like down here anyway, I think. I don't know. Maybe they think we can influence things down here.
Something it's
I mean,
perhaps
lots of
the
them actually
ascendancy.
want
So.
us to influence things down here. Not just the ascendancy, just the world.
But we have already influenced so much. Tyr being taken from his throne, Sirik involving themselves in the ascendancy. There is something afoot about the ascendancies that we are obviously locked into and we cannot get out of it. I think the only way we are ever going to find out is to carry on with the pass and see what unfolds. I think Mystra is probably our greatest chance, being what she has said. She seems more forthcoming than any god I have listened to so far, and I need to prove myself to Bahamut before I find out any more from him.
Maybe
It's fair enough, really. You're trying your hardest.
Maybe they're grooming us. Maybe they're trying to bypass the ascendancy in this way. Pick
their chosen.
Because
maybe.
Yeah, but given we have a known association with a god, will we be able
it depends.
be part of an ascendancy?
I mean, if
I
they're
don't know the
trying,
rules
if
of
they're
these
trying to,
things.
if they're trying to stop the ascendancy,
Priests are exempt. That you know.
War exempt, sorry?
Ascendancy.
Priests.
Because I'm going to say this OC because you're not going to say it IC. But considering like someone is selected, someone.
Discussion.
Well, she's quiet, isn't she? So she's not going to say these things.
Well, yeah, but that's the point of having an IC discussion. Is the things you don't say IC get left out of them.
Well, okay, then I can't say this then.
No, you can't because it's IC discussion. I want to roleplay, damn it.
Well,
Can't roleplay if you keep dropping OC.
All right.
I think it's fair to say that if the ascendancy are people that are champions, or they cannot be priests, but they can be champions. If that is where they are going to pick their champions or chosen from now on, or perhaps some things that has happened with Sirik, Tyr, Torm's disappearance with the ascendancy is that there will be a whole new array of gods, and now they have to pick their successors. Maybe that is it.
So I was going to save this until later, but what since we're discussing it, what Mystra implied is that there's certain rules the gods have to follow, and those rules seem to be breaking down. And as such, kind of like the traditional roles and alignments the gods have, they don't have to like necessarily like follow. They're kind of shifting.
Are you suggesting that are becoming more flexible?
Kind of, yeah. So what our perception of the gods are based on what we traditionally understand as their roles or alignments might not be the case. And the certain rules they have to follow when interacting like with us or with kind of like other non-god people kind of being ignored now or broken.
So they can all be out.
Is this the rules have stopped and therefore they can now act out, or acting out is breaking the rules? Because when I met him, Tempest, like in person, was different from the way he's like presented as a god.
I need to talk to Mystra again to get more details, but I think it's the rules that they had to follow before are not as solid as they once were.
What, before they were forced to act a certain way, and now those forcing no longer applies.
Yep.
Weakness in the things that bind them. Well, that could be terrible. Because the ascendancy itself is based on those rules. So what you're saying is the gods can run amok.
I mean, they're not already.
So Mystra truly could be some great answers. But if there is another god of war coming, because now the binds that hold them are going, that will be very, very bad.
We are all fucked. Maybe that's what they want. If there's a war coming...
Soldiers.
Yes! They want mortal champions to tip the balance in their favour. Every single one. No, not necessarily. No. Well, you can be if you want.
Yes, that's what Thoradin wants.
No, but think about it. If you're trying to secure your power in a struggle, if you've got loads of other people on your side, Like, Tempest wanted me to help tip the world into war. The goddess of peace wanted me to stop the conflicts that are coming, literally strengthen their position as much as you can, shore up their foundation so they can weather whatever storm it is.
Or create the storm.
Well, no, because that's the thing. If you are a god who thrives on chaos is what you want. That's still shoring up their foundations. By chipping away someone else's, sure, but still, you're still actively helping them.
Tyr himself broke rules. He is a god of law, justice. And he broke rules. He could have started this.
Yeah, maybe by
Maybe
breaking that.
he acted so out of character that it shattered something.
Some things that
No,
Sirik
everyone
did
else
maybe
did.
baited him too far, and he broke rules. And from that, if the god of law and justice can break rules, and why couldn't anyone else?
I really want to know is that this has been going on for at least Tyr and his Cyric, fake Tyr Cyric and his death cult been going on for at least 200 years because that's how long you've been involved. Or were,
From
at least
almost 2.5 centuries.
Yes, right. So that's at least as long as it's been going on. Was Tyr simply ignorant of it all this time?
Or
If they
maybe
wanted
he had to hold his tongue. Maybe he couldn't do anything.
Why couldn't he do anything? Surely
Because of the law. The law is that gods can't go around killing each other. Only the Ascendancy can do that.
yes.
And Cyric is the
what
god
law
of...
is there against saying these people are taking my name in vain, O great and mighty priests and paladins?
But
Go and crush them.
Cyric is the god of lies and murder.
Right.
Technically, if he is lying, he is only doing what is expected of him. The question is if... Matt, Mr. DM, Master General, how much do we actually know about the laws against, the gods with the Ascendancy? What are the rules around them?
Around the Ascendancy, they can't... Once you've picked for Ascendancy, you can't interfere with your own. That's
Tyr getting into trouble.
That's the golden rule. But, I mean, you can't blame a god for acting within its own nature.
But those natures are potentially changing.
There you go. So Cyric acting in his own nature, lying, was reasonable, but this baited Tyr while he was in the Ascendancy to do something about it.
Cyric lying is totally reasonable. Totally get that, what he's expected to do, right? But why was Tyr for 300 years unable to point at Cyric and go, "You're a fucking liar and you're mucking up my shit, knock it off"? Because he's the law, that's his job, right? To be just and whatever. You're not being just. You are, even if you are acting in your nature, you're fucking things up for me, therefore I'm gonna get my folk to have a go at your folk, because that's the whole point.
Maybe this breakdown's been going on longer than we thought.
Maybe we're just at the tipping point. Maybe this is going on.
Each other out all the time.
What? How long is the Ascendancy again? 125 years.
Every 25 years.
Sorry, any 5 years.
Every 5 years. Sorry, it was 25, and then the time scales.
Every 5 years. So if your Ascendancy is every 5 years, the most we can either do is say that Tyr either knew about it and couldn't do anything about it, and then in these last
a different god every 5 years. So Tyr will have only come up once in the last.
No. What I'm saying is, up until he came up, he couldn't do anything about it, and then while he was locked down in his position, Cyric got a little bit too hasty with what he was doing, and Tyr had to lash out. Or Tyr didn't know about it until the Ascendancy happened. Maybe Cyric got cocky and told him all about it, saying that I've basically handled your demise, so screw you. And then he had to lash out, and said he was done for already.
And maybe that broke the rules. Well, we don't know.
I think Mystery is our best chance at learning more, especially right now.
Yeah, if they're willing to talk to us, yeah, why not?
She seems very willing to talk to Krusk.
Quite open. I think
she needs a soldiers, and Krusk can barter for information, somewhat.
I'm going to try and speak to her again when we next rest. So I don't know if I'll get through to her or not. We'll see.
Well, let us focus on the battle for now.
Yep.
If we have slightly more urgent matters. Only slightly.
Only slightly.
People to kill.
Or people to repent.
Nah.
I'm going to give the brother a chance before I punch him in the face.
You're not doing that in a cave.
You're not going to get the
Well,
chance.
it's
You're
2
not,
by
you
2.
Everyone else is going to pound on this dude. There's no way you're going to get a chance.
Yeah, but the thing is that you don't necessarily have to outright kill everybody you defeat. There's more than one way of defeating
Have you
someone.
met
Subtle.
Thoradin?
Yeah, but Thoradin doesn't have to go around like.
You
I
probably
won't be one-shotting people, but
Jerry's gonna put a hand on Thoradin's knee. You could just like try to knock out. You know, that would be really helpful.
more money
it's
alive.
not really my style.
Isn't it more money alive?
No, it's the same.
Is it
The
same?
brothers.
If the
Oh,
brothers,
damn
sorry.
it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I would be very
The brothers
grateful.
are only alive.
Oh,
Yeah,
for the
bro-
brothers, yeah.
The brothers are 2,000 alive, or 10,
Oh, okay.
or 2,000 alive, or 1,000 for just the head.
Okay, I'll knock out the brothers for you. That's the deal.
And the mages
Okay,
are
so
worth
it's-
more alive as well.
So it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
Just look up, like, I tried.
You only go so far.
You get to a point in the day where you've traveled along the road, and then they get to a point where you meet the river, where you kind of have to go up the river, where the path to where the bandit camp, the cave is. After about an hour or two on the road, Cassiel will lead you off a different tangent out of the way. So it's like you think you're about, you can guess you're about a good 2 hours, maybe 3 hours walk away from where you expected the bandit camp to be. And Cassiel will stop, and you'll set up camp. You'll be like, we'll stay here and for the night. I'll send some of mine out to scout just to make sure that none's going to go our way. But
Are they gonna keep watch? Because then we don't need to bother as a party.
it's all shared to keep watch if you want. If you want.
She will volunteer. Well, she's got a guard dog. Oh, have we got extra wolves, or have we still only got the one?
Still only got the one.
Oh, they didn't bring
But
any
you
of their
got
doggos
you
along.
got an extra horse though.
Thing is,
for the
like me and Talari and Turi might as well, because they're just going to be awake anyway, because that's the whole point of them being on watch anyway. So
Yeah, if a few more people are awake for like a couple of hours, it helps.
yeah, so I reckon like me and Talari and Turi will probably do their watch cycles as they would normally. It just means
Yeah.
we don't need that extra person anymore because they're
Yeah, Krusk wanted to talk to Mister anyway, so he wanted to sleep anyway, rather than doing the stay up thing. So
the people like set out. So it's like they've got at the moment. Kind of. So some of them are in tents, some of them are just under the stars. So sort of, you imagine they're all in tents, for all intents and purposes. And I think there's enough spaces for you guys to do whatever. One thing I forgot to ask before, Talari, where are you keeping the medallion? Are you so the same before we asked Nadia, like how are you keeping it on your person? Are you keeping it skin to skin, metal to skin, metal on your outermost layer, in between, not on you at all?
so it'd be
like just in your backpack.
yeah. So I'm just trying to think. So where did Nadia have it?
around neck, I think.
No, Nadia wasn't carrying it around her neck because she was worried about getting possessed.
It was in a bag. So she would
she-
probably do whatever
she hung
Nadia
it-
did.
She had it in a bag around her neck. So rather than the amulet directly, she had it like in something, and that something was then attached to her.
She'll put
Rather
it.
than it being directly attached to her. But she was trying to distance herself, to get closer
Yeah.
to it.
So I guess then backpack probably is the best.
That's
but
the difference though. You're
trying
to get close to it.
You're
Yeah.
You're trying to attune to it. I was trying
yeah, I
to
guess
not.
so. But then I gotta
So
be
it'd
careful.
best-
Be careful, like how much. You don't want to go like putting it around skin to skin. And
Maybe over like a layer.
do I have let? I
Oh,
mean, I
did
suppose
it?
sh-
I know
that's a
on,
question
I know
if
on
she's
top
got
of your
layers.
robes,
Everyone has
So-
layers.
Do the
you-
same way I did it and put it in something if you're worried.
All right, we'll put it. We'll do it around. We'll do it in layers then. We'll put it. I'll put it in a layer between, so it's not on display.
In
but
your
it's not-
robes, so
Yeah,
like
so it's not touching.
hidden,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
So it's still so in all intents and purposes it's around your neck, but not touching your skin.
Yeah.
But you're not. Haven't got another thing to keep it off you. So imagine you've got like the metal, you've got the thing around you, but it's just over your top, rather than.
Yeah. I guess so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. It's good to
and
know.
the DM starts asking specifics about how you.
No,
wear it.
it's important in terms of time scales and stuff. And it's the same reason I asked.
No, yeah, that's fine.
Um,
No, I just
because
it's just one of those things of paranoid players.
Because it's not part of my automatic checklist I have for all of you, so it's
Yep.
good just to have
No,
that.
it makes
yeah.
sense. Yeah.
Oh, there is something to add to that checklist each night that Thoradin
Mhm.
wants to do. Thoradin's just going to walk a couple meters away from camp. Just going to look at a tree.
Right.
Just what you want when you're
Actually, no,
stealthing
no,
around.
no,
when you're
no,
stealthing around, you want massive
Not,
balls
not
of
a
lightning.
tree, not a tree. No. He is going to be secretive with what he casts.
How
I
can you
hope.
be secretive with a ball of lightning?
I think so. I'm not going to hit a tree,
Okay.
but he's just going to throw out his hammer and cast
Mhm.
lightning arrow, which I hope.
Okay.
I mean, it's going to hit something.
Well, it's
I don't know if
lightning,
that
not
will
thunder,
take down
so
a
it's not
tree.
loud.
Yeah, it's not
Mhm.
like I could do Thunderwave, but no. So he's going to do lightning arrow.
Don't do Thunderwave.
No.
Uh,
I think that's the most low key spell he has. For it.
Transform to bottle lightning.
Lightning arrow, that's cool. What is
Uh,
that? Is that just part of your weapon, or is that an actual
Yeah,
thing?
yeah. So he has to like throw his hammer, and it turns into a lightning bolt.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a spell only rangers could learn that because of their specialty for hammer. There is a slight boom as the lightning as it turns into a lightning bolt. It's like
Okay.
a boom, but
Yeah.
this is probably the quietest spell you've got, I imagine.
I am a Thunder
Yeah, it is
Barbarian.
the
I'm going
quietest
to be really quiet now.
But it's probably your quietest, but and yeah.
He will call
And-
Talus's name.
Mhm.
So this is
And
for you.
during the night, it starts raining.
Oh fuck!
That's touch.
Why is that? Fuck.
Because that's when they
I mean-
ambushed us last time. Is when it was
Oh,
raining.
okay.
Yeah,
Sequence.
I have better cover.
We're starting something that's underneath the waterfall. Extra water
What?
is not going to make that easy.
I don't know if that was just because of Talos.
I blame you and your
Maybe.
fucking
He
storm god.
caused a storm.
Maybe.
That's what I was thinking.
Possibly.
It's not the
We're
bandits.
gonna have
it's-
I think we're gonna have
Who
a fucking
knows?
permanent storm following us around now.
Just
That is
Sure
constant,
not-
doesn't mind the
constant
rain.
rain cloud above Thoradin's head just follows him everywhere.
His
he's
head.
he's happy with that. Yeah, that's fine.
Turi doesn't mind the rain. It's better for stealthing.
Yeah,
So
but
the
you
good news-
end up damp and cold.
She's fine.
Yeah, so we'll sum up the long rest afterwards just in case. But in general, setting up the camp, you don't need to roll anything because you've got like 15 of you doing it, so it's efficient.
I'd fuck it up.
You feel yeah, it's quite hard to pick up. You feel fairly secure, and very efficiently all set it up. Faster and easier than you're like, well, can't we have this all the time? You know.
We'd like to hire you for the rest of our journey.
Yeah. Yeah, food's good. And next time on the Ascendant Lands, what will happen? How will they take on the bandit camp? How will they fare? Will anyone die again? Who knows? Let's find out next time on the Ascendant
Again.
Lands.